Welcome to our lesson today. You're going to copy me. And why? Because this is the secret to clear, confident English speaking. So, in this lesson, you're going to listen to something I say. It will be a natural expression you can use in your daily life. And I, of course, will use natural pronunciation that I would in my day to day life. And then you'll repeat what I say. So you'll shadow me so you sound like a native. Now, first I'll say it fast like I would in my day-to-day speech, and then I'll say it more slowly and we'll talk about the pronunciation, talk about the meaning of the expression as well if anything is unfamiliar, and then you'll listen fast again. And of course, you're going to copy me. You're going to shadow me, so open your mouth and say it out loud. Now, let's talk about online behavior. These are some expressions you can use in your day to day speech because you're online right now and you're online as part of your daily routine. So, here's something I would say if I followed someone, or maybe this is a friend who regularly posts, I might say, it's weird she hasn't posted in a while. I'll say it again fast. It's weird she hasn't posted in a while. Now, what verb tense is this? Who knows? What's the verb tense here? And why am I using this verb tense? Now, let's talk about the pronunciation and we'll talk about the meaning at the same time. So we have this contraction here. It is. Our subject is it because we're talking about the situation. The situation is weird. It's. Repeat after me. It's. It's weird. So notice the pronunciation here. Weird. Eared. So the end of the word sounds like ear. Ear. And then you put a D, eared. And then it starts with a W, which you need closed lips. Weird. Weird. So, weird in this case means unusual or strange. It's weird she hasn't. She hasn't. So, hasn't is a contraction of has not, hasn't. Hasn't posted. Posted. So, notice posted has two syllables, but I divide them right here. So, I'm going to say posted, Tid, tid, tid. And then I'll say it together posted, 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 posted in. So posted in. Notice how I link with this in. Posted in, in. And I also link there. Posted in. So let's repeat that. Posted in a while. So a while is a time reference and it means an unspecified amount of time. Now, it can be a short period of time or it can also sound like a long period of time. So it'd be very common for me to say to my friend, I haven't talked to you in a while. In a while. In a while. In a while. I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't heard from you in a while. I haven't seen any of your posts in a while. So if I normally post on social media every day and then a week goes by and I don't post, you can say this. It's weird Jennifer hasn't posted in a while. It's unusual or strange. All right, everyone. And yes, it's the present perfect verb tense because the action started in the past. Now, the action of this person not posting, that's the action. It started in the past and it continues until now, and it's an unspecific time reference. All right. I'm so glad you discovered my channel, Albert English. Thank you so much. Let's keep going to our next phrase. Ooh. Have you ever done this? Now, maybe it's not your exes. First of all, what does this mean? My exes. What's that? My exes. Who knows what that means? Okay, so now I'll say it fast. I accidentally hearted my ex's post. I accidentally hearted my ex's post. I'll say it slowly. I accidentally, I ax. Notice how those two combine together. I ax, accidentally. I accidentally hearted. So this is two syllables as well. We have heart, but then this T is going to turn into more of a soft flap T, which could be a D sound. Hearted, did. Because this is id, the ED is id. So this T can just sound soft like hearted. I accidentally hearted my exes. So notice I can use this Y to glide. My ex. So you might hear a yex. Yeah, yex. My exes. So this apostrophe S, it adds an extra syllable. My exes. My ex's post. Now, it's apostrophe S because the post belongs to my ex. Okay. Now, everyone has some answers for what does this mean, my ex? Yes, it can mean ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, ex-wife, ex-husband. And yes, ex means previous. So my previous boyfriend, my previous husband. So we are no longer in a relationship, but we were in a relationship. Yes. Ex-girlfriend, ex-husband. Exactly. Very nice. Everyone's got it. Okay. So native speakers often will just drop the girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife and just say ex. Okay. So now I'll say this fast again and you can repeat after me. Oh, and now to heart is not commonly used as a verb because this is the verb to heart and then it's in the past simple. This isn't a very common verb except on social media where you click the heart icon and it leaves a heart on the post. So it's like saying I liked my ex's post. So that's you click the thumbs up to like. You can dislike it or you can heart it. So is there a heart option on YouTube? I think there's just a thumbs up. So make sure you like this post. And then in the past, you can say, I liked the post. I liked the post. Now, on other platforms like Facebook, you can heart. So if you're on Facebook, you can heart this post. I hearted this post. Exactly, Paz. Like, I accidentally liked my ex's post. Oh no. Okay. All right. So I'll say this fast one more time. I accidentally hearted my ex's post. Okay, let's move on. How about this one? So this is a question, of course. So it starts with why. Why did you tag me in that photo? I'll say it again fast. Why did you tag me in that photo? Why did you? So this DY sound combination, when you say it quickly, it creates a j, just like my name, Jennifer. It creates a j sound. Did you? So that's why in fast speech, you'll hear this J sound. Did you? J, did you? Because that's just the natural sound that's produced with the DY combo. Did you? Now, some native speakers change you to ya, which is more unstressed, more casual. Did ya? Did you? Why did you tag me Why did you tag me in? Me in. So you'll use a y, a y, me in, me in, me in that photo. That photo. So you don't have to pronounce this end T, otherwise it will cause you to take a pause, and we don't want that. That photo, that photo, that photo. I'll say it quickly. Why did you tag me in that photo? Why did you tag me in that photo? So to tag someone, that's the verb to tag. And again, this is a verb that's used on social media, but doesn't have much of a meaning outside of social media. And yeah, exactly, Stella. So if you tag someone in a photo, you mark that person. So you use the at sign, and then I write at Stella, and then Stella will be notified that she's in this photo. All right. And yes, so the recording, not the record, the recording. The recording of this video will stay on my YouTube channel. I believe it's under a separate section, the live section, where you can find all my live videos. So yes, you can find the recording, not the record, recording. Okay, I'm so glad you enjoyed the lessons, Christian. Thank you so much for watching from Peru. Okay, let's keep going. How about this one? Very much a social media expression. What does DM mean? Who knows? Put it in the comments. And yeah, tag, definitely mention. That's a great way of thinking of it. I like that. Okay. And yes, DM means direct message, direct message. Hidaki got it. Julia got it. Exactly. DM. So send me a DM. Send me a DM. Now, notice what I just said. Send me a DM. How is that different from what I have here grammatically? Who knows? I'll say this fast at a natural pace. I'll DM you the details. I'll say it again. I'll DM you the details. I'll DM you. Okay, so all. This is a lot more unstressed in fast English. All. I'll DM you. You. So when my mouth is in the M position, DM, and then I open it up, I say you, DM you, DM you, DM you the details, DM you, DM you. And yes. Oh, Mario, I never DM you. Oh, why not? DM is a verb. Exactly. So Hidaki, DM is a verb. In this case, is a verb to DM, to direct message someone. Again, this is very much social media vocabulary. So to direct message, but then this is in the future simple because it's I will. That's I will as a contraction. All. I will DM you. So in the past simple, I would say I DM'd you. Did you read it? I'm just writing this out. I'll show it on the screen. So this is what it would look like in the past simple. You would have the apostrophe and D to show it's the past simple. I DM'd. I DM'd you. Did you read it? I DM'd you. So that's the past simple. In what you have on the screen is the future simple. I'll DM you the details. I'll send you the details in a private message or in a direct message, because that's what DM stands for, but it is also a private message. Okay, so you can use this as a verb. You can also use this as a noun. So as a noun, it would be I sent you a DM with the details. You could say that because sent is in the past simple. Oh, sorry. This example is in the future simple. So it would be, I'll send you a DM with the details. Okay. So this matches the example on the screen because it's the future simple. I'll send you a DM, a direct message, the noun with the details. Okay, so you can use the verb, sound very natural like a native speaker, or you can use the noun, which also sounds natural, perhaps a little more formal or professional. Okay, everyone, let's keep going. How about this one? What would you replace cat videos with? What would you replace cat with if this were you answering? Think about Facebook or TikTok or YouTube, wherever there's a feed. So your home page, your feed. So I could say, my feed is full of cat videos. My feed is full. It's kind of a tongue twister. My feed is. So feed, of course, but then I have is, so I can connect these together. Feed is. Feed is. Diz. My feed is. My feed is full of. So I can hold out this L onto the of and say love. Love. My feed is full of love. My feed is full of. And what? What would you say? Cat videos, apparently. Okay, cat videos. So, Julia, this is very much a direct translation. This is not something a native speaker would say. To be occupied with is not a translation of this. If I use this, I would say, to be occupied with, I would talk about the things I have to do. So this is not an equivalent of that. You shouldn't say it. It's a direct translation. It doesn't sound natural. So use what I have on the screen. My feed is full of videos. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And this is the interesting thing. When you have connected speech and you just isolate a specific sound, it absolutely, to me as well, sounds like full love. Full love. But then when you combine it together and you have it in the context of a sentence, it makes sense. So if someone just said to me those two words, full of, maybe I would think they're saying full love. So it's really the context that lets you know. All right, Llama, my feed is full of cooking videos. That's a great thing to have on your feed. Your feed. Very nice. That's great. Okay. I'll say it one more time fast. My feed is full of cat videos. Let's keep going. And you can get this before we go on to the next one. Ugh. Woo, I had to get it here. Can get this free speaking guide where I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. I share my best advice in here. So make sure you download it. You can just go to the link that you see on the screen, my website. You'll see it right on my website, or you can go to /free guide, and then this will be emailed to you. And we already talked about that, but make sure you like this lesson because there is no heart on YouTube. So like this lesson and subscribe so you're notified every time I go live. YouTube will give you notifications and every time I post a new video as well. And put yes if you're enjoying this lesson, and hopefully you are. Oh, and Kumar said, my feed is full of Jennifer YouTube videos. Well, thank you. Isn't that so sweet? I appreciate that. Okay, Alexander said yes. YHL said yes. Woohoo. Horatio, awesome. Mustafa from Morocco, hello. Lama, Pazlak, awesome. Don Leia. All right, everyone. Let's keep going. Dorothy, Fatima, amazing. Thank you, everyone, for all the love and support. I appreciate it. How about this one? Phone conversations. Let's keep going and learn some expressions. This is a great one. I probably start every phone conversation with this. I might say, "Oh, hi. How are you doing? Is this a good time? Is this a good time? Is this a good time?" Now, notice I have the parentheses. It's because it's optional. So I would generally say, is this a good time? But I could use a verb after the infinitive. Is this a good time to talk? Is this a good time to chat? So chat sounds more casual, more social. Talk sounds just a little more standard. But if it's something serious, if it's a serious discussion, I might not use the verb chat because it sounds more social. It sounds more lighthearted. But talk is just general. You can use it in any situation. So if you were only to use one, I recommend talk because chat really sounds more conversational. Okay. Is this a good time? Is this a good time to talk? Is so hold up that S to link to the A. Is this a good time? So you don't have to pronounce that D. Good time. Good time. So just get your mouth in the position, but don't push it out. And when you do push out with the T. Good time. Good time. Now, if you use an infinitive following it, make sure you say to talk, because the to will become an unstressed to talk, to chat, to talk, to chat. Now, if you wanted to continue on, you could say to talk about the party or the conference or whatever the topic is. So for both of them, you would use a preposition about and then the topic, about the party, about the conference, whatever. Okay. All right. I like this, Mario. It's a perfect time. Go ahead. So go ahead. Mario is giving me permission to start the conversation. So then I would say, oh, perfect. I wanted to discuss the conference. All right. So I'll say fast again. And I'm pretending I'm on the phone. Is this a good time? Is this a good time to talk? Is this a good time to talk? Is this a good time to chat? But again, like I said, more often than not, I would just say, oh, hi, how are you? It's Jennifer. Is this a good time? All right. Let's keep going. And yeah, another reply that I like here, Ramesh. Yes, it's a good time. Exactly. So Mario was a little more enthusiastic. It's a perfect time. But you can absolutely just turn it into a statement. So you take my question, is this a good time? And you turn it into a statement. Yes, it is a good time. Now, notice you need that article, a good time, a perfect time, a great time. So you need a time and then adjective. Good, great, perfect. All right. Let's keep going. Now, maybe the person says, oh, actually, I'm just in the middle of something. Can I call you back in a sec? Can I call you back in a sec? Can I call you back in a sec? Can I? So you can hold out that N to go to the I. Can I? So it almost sounds like can I, nigh. Can I call you back back in. So this in is going to sound like kin, back in 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 in. Can I call you back in a sec? What is sec? What does sec mean? Notice that pronunciation. It ends on a hard k, sec, sec. Exactly, Stella, in a second. And health tips got it in a second. Lots of students got it. Awesome, awesome. Second. Now, a second is literally like that. One. That's a second. Now, obviously, I'm not going to hang up and immediately call you back. So we use this figuratively to mean a short amount of time. So a second could be 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 seconds. It just means a short period of time. Can I call you back in a sec? Now, you can use in a sec with anything. Oh, I'll do that in a sec. I'll get you that in a sec. I'm going to make dinner in a sec. I'm going to watch that video in a sec. I'm going to work on that in a sec. So you can use that in any context. You don't just have to use it in a phone conversation. All right. Okay, so I'll say this one more time. Can I call you back in a sec? So this is a perfect response that you can use to someone. Let's keep going. Now, let's say you call someone, you get their voicemail, you leave a message, and you tell that person, oh, please call me back when you can. And then your phone rings and you see, oh, it's that person. And you say, hi, how are you? The pleasantries. We call those pleasantries. Hi, how are you? And then I could offer, thanks for getting back to me, because I originally called that person and now they're returning my call. So if someone returns your call, you can say, thanks for getting back to me. To get back to someone means to respond to someone's message. Now, you can use this in written English as well. So in an email, when someone replies to your email, you can say, thanks for getting back to me. I appreciate the information, or I appreciate your time, whatever it is. So I'll say this fast. Thanks for getting back to me. Notice how this for becomes more of a fur in unstress. Thanks for getting back to. So you do hear a little bit of this click for the K, back to. But this to is pronounced as a t because it's an unstressed preposition. Back to me. Repeat after me. Back to me. Thanks for getting back to me. So this is a great expression to have in your vocabulary. Yeah, I wouldn't say this health tip. So you can't just take part of the expression, but change the verb. So the expression is to get back to someone. So remember, expressions, they have multiple words, and then those multiple words together have a meaning. So to get back to someone means to return someone's phone call or to respond to someone's communication. So for this, I would say thanks for going live. Thanks for going live because that's the expression that you use. You go live. So in the past simple, I would say, yesterday I went live on YouTube. Did you watch it? Yesterday I went live on YouTube. Did you watch it? Tomorrow I'm going live. I hope you can watch it. Okay. Thanks for getting back to me. Exactly, exactly. So if you send me an email and you ask me a question, and I reply with the information you wanted, you can reply to my message and say, Jennifer, thanks for getting back to me. I really appreciate it. And that would be an awesome way to reply. Let's keep going. So remember, this is a phone conversation, but you can also use this in written English as well. But I'm on the phone. It's a good time. It's a perfect time. And I say, let me check and get back to you. So remember, to get back to someone, we already talked about what this means. So notice it's being used in a different verb tense. Let me check. Let me get back to you. So let me do something. Let me check and get back to you. Let me check and get back to you. Let me check and get back to you. So I'll say it slowly. Let me, but a more unstressed, you can say let me, let me. I personally don't say it that unstressed. I pronounce a little bit of the T. Let me, let me, let me, let me. So when I say it, you just hear the T a little bit more, but you can say let me, let me, let me check, 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 let, let me check. So it's unstressed, let me check, and a little more stress. Let me, let me, let me. So maybe you're not hearing a difference, and that's okay. It's a very subtle difference. Let me check and get back to you. And get back, get back. So here you're not going to push out that T. Get back to, get back to you. So I'm going to say to you, to you, to you, to. So again, it'll be an unstressed preposition. To you, to you, to you. Let me check and get back to you. Let me check and get back to you. So check in this case means verify or confirm. So if you, let's say I work as a supplier or exporter and you ask me, oh, how much does it cost to buy 1,000 widgets? Well, I need to verify or confirm the price of that. I don't know the price offhand because imagine I work at Amazon and there are thousands and thousands of widgets of items. So I would say, oh, let me check. Let me check. Let me verify. Let me confirm that information. Let me check and then respond to you. So remember, to get back to someone means to respond, to reply. Let me check and get back to you. So this is absolutely an expression you should have in your vocabulary. I'll say it one more time. Let me check and get back to you. Let me check and get back to you. All right. Amazing job, everyone. Let's keep going. Oh, so what does this mean? You're breaking up. Who knows what this means? I'm interested to know your thoughts on the meaning of this. So, again, I'll talk about the pronunciation because I want to hear what you think this means. You're breaking up. So, this you are as a contraction, your. Now, as an unstressed, it'd be more you're breaking up, breaking up. So you can hold out that and then the up, breaking up, breaking up, breaking up. You're breaking up. Now, Hidaki, you're right. If you break up in a relationship, it means you end a relationship. So I would say my boyfriend and I broke up. We ended our relationship. So now he is my ex-boyfriend. But in English, and I'm sure every language, you have to look at the context to understand the meaning. So in this case, we're talking about phone conversations. So in the context of a phone conversation, it means the sound is, I don't know if discontinuing is the correct word, but you understand what it means, Natalia. So the sound, I think maybe this is a better word. The sound is interrupted. Okay? So I'll just talk and I'll imitate what it means, okay? We have the widget, and I'm not sure how it'll be because I might get back to you. So I say a full sentence, but part of the words you cannot hear because there's a lot of static or my sound is just zero. You can't hear me at all. So that's what it means. And then the person will say, Jennifer, Jennifer, wait, you're breaking up. I didn't get that. Can you say it again? So that's what that means in the context of a phone conversation. Yeah, and we use this if there's a bad connection. Exactly. Yeah, there's pauses. The sound is choppy. Exactly. That's a great way of thinking of it, but up up yeah, things like that. So if you're driving and you're going under a tunnel, it could break up. The sound could break up. Now, even though it's technically the sound, we generally just say you are, because it's your voice, right? You can say the sound is breaking up, but it's more natural. Native speakers would more likely say just you. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. And then I would probably say, "Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Is it okay now? Can you hear me now?" All right. Let's move on to movies. Something we all love discussing, right? Okay. This is something your friend could ask you. Have you seen any good movies lately? Have you seen any good movies lately? Now, you could also say recently. Those two words have the same meaning. Have you seen any good movies recently? Have you seen any good movies lately? And if you want, you can replace the word movies with whatever you want. Have you seen any good TV shows? Have you seen any good documentaries? Have you seen any good English lessons? So you can use another word that represents content you watch. But because I used the verb see, you wouldn't use songs, for example, because you don't see a song, you listen to a song. So you can replace movie with another piece of content that you watch. Now, what verb tense is this in? Well, this is a question. Have you? Seen is the third form of the verb. See, saw, seen. So, third form of the verb. And yes, it's the present perfect. Lately and recently are keywords for the present perfect. Okay. So your friend could ask you this. And notice they specified good because you can ask someone, have you seen any movies lately? You can absolutely say that. You don't need the adjective good, but let's be honest, we all watch movies that aren't good. So your friend is letting you know they don't want to hear about the bad ones. They only want to hear about the good ones. So it's not required to use the word good, but it's commonly included. Okay. Have you seen any good movies lately? Have you seen any good movies recently? That's the question. So, what about you? Have you seen any good movies lately? If you have, share it in the comments. I saw one student commented on a movie. Oh, Stella, you've been watching a Turkish series. And yes, you can absolutely add recently or lately. Now, Stella, this is perfect because you use the verb watch, which can go in the continuous form. So you can use the present perfect or the present perfect continuous with lately, recently. My question used the present perfect because the verb see isn't commonly placed in a continuous form. I've been watching Turkish series recently. Awesome. Great answer, Stella. Okay. Pursuit of Happiness, the name of a movie, a good movie in Ramesh's opinion. And I agree. That is a very good movie. All right. And Mawupimo said, yes, I've been watching. Are we there yet? Awesome. That's great. All right. I've watched a good one. Nice, Samuel. Samuel, I'm glad to hear it. Ryan watched Minions. Awesome. Past like I've been watching Breaking Bad now. Excellent job. Alexandra, Young Sheldon. So good for learning English. Awesome. Awesome. Great. Okay. How about this one? Now, when I thought of a new movie, the first movie that came into my head was Lion King. I don't even think that's a new movie. I'm not talking about the original Lion King. They made a new one, and I don't even know the name of it. I don't watch a lot of movies, but this is the first one that I thought of. Okay. So you can replace the new Lion King movie, you can replace Lion King with whatever. Okay. Are you going to check out? Are you going to check out the new Lion King movie? Are you going to check out? Now, if you don't use the new blank movie, you would just have the name of the movie. For example, are you going to check out Breaking Bad? Are you going to check out The Last of Us? Are you going to check out I'm trying to see another movie here. Are you going to check out Young Sheldon? Okay, those are TV series, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. So are you going to check out something? So here, the phrasal verb to check out, it means, are you going to watch? In this context, the phrasal verb to check out, native speakers, we use it a lot and we use it in many different contexts. In this context, you can think of it as a replacement for watch. Are you going to check out? Are you going to check out the new Lion King movie? I'll say it slowly. Are you well, this too, I would put as a ta. Are you going to check out? So I can put this K on out. Check out the new Lion King movie. Okay. So you can reply back to your friend and say yes or no. Yes or no. All right. Are you going to check out The Office? Exactly. And then you say yes or no, and you can provide your reason why. So, yes, I'm going to check out. So, I'm going to check that movie out, or I'm going to check out that movie. So, you need an article in front of movie. You could say the movie, or you can say that movie, this movie. All right, everyone. This is a great one to have in your vocabulary. How about this one? What did you think about? And then again, it could be the blank movie or it can be the name. What do you think about Young Sheldon? What do you think about Breaking Bad? What do you think about the new Korean movie? I've seen some people put in Korean movies. Notice again, what did you? What did you? Now, as a very unstressed, you can say, would ya? What'd you think about? Would ya? That's a very unstressed way of combining all three words together. Would ya? Would ya? What did you is a more pronounced, a more articulated. What did you? But still connected speech. What did you? Would ya? That's a very unstressed way. What did you think about the new Lion King movie? Now, what are these two words at the end? So, first of all, if I'm asking you, what did you think about the movie? It implies you watched the movie. Okay. And I'm asking you your opinion. So, I would expect you to say, oh, I hated it. It was so boring because a lot of I saw some comments saying that it's boring. So I hated it. It was so boring. I would not recommend it. Or, oh, it was great. I loved it. My kids loved it. Maybe you went with your kids, for example. Okay. Yeah, and the past simple because remember I just said this implies that you saw the movie. So I'm asking your opinion about the movie. So in this case, you saw the movie. You checked it out. You checked it out. No, this is not informal. This question is how you ask someone about their opinion. Oh, what did you think about the new restaurant? What did you think about this lesson? So I would ask you, hey guys, what did you think about this lesson? Did you like it? Did you not like it? I'm trying to get your opinion, your perspective, your information. What do you think about Tom Cruise Mission Impossible? Exactly. So, what do you think about? Now, this does not imply that you watched the most recent Mission Impossible movie. I just want your opinion about the series in general. Okay, now what does it mean by adding on at the end? No spoilers. No spoilers. Pazlak got it. Don't reveal the plot. Don't reveal the plot to me. So you wouldn't have me where you have it. You would just say, don't reveal the plot. Don't reveal the plot to me. To me. Okay. Yeah. Don't share any details. So don't tell me that the main character dies at the end or they end up getting married. Don't tell me any details. So whenever I ask someone about a movie or a TV show, I always add on no spoilers, because it implies that I may watch the movie in the future and I don't want to watch the movie if I know the character dies in the end. So don't tell me any of the details. It's absolutely a great expression. And you can just use these two words. These two words. No spoilers. No spoilers. That's all you need. No spoilers. You'll see this a lot in blog posts. Okay, how about this one? Ah, I love this. So remember, someone's asking you for your opinion. You saw the movie. And then they reply back and they share their opinion and they say, honestly, it didn't live up to the hype. Honestly, it didn't live up to the hype. Honestly, it didn't. So notice, didn't just, I don't push out the sound, didn't live up. So this live, and then we have this v. So I'm going to transfer that live up to, up to. So up to will sound like up to, up to, up to. But remember, we have live up to, live up to, live up to the hype, up to the hype, up to the hype. Honestly, it didn't live up to the hype, hype, hype. Exactly. Pazlak, Volodya, You got it. So the hype represents the fact there were high expectations. So what does that mean if there are high expectations? It means people thought the movie was going to be very good for whatever reason. It's a major Hollywood film. They spent millions of dollars producing it. There are amazing actors like Tom Cruise in the movie. All of that, your expectations are high. You think it's going to be a very good movie. So if it didn't live up to your expectations, it means it didn't meet your expectations. So your expectation is here, but it has to be a high expectation. And then the reality is here. So maybe the movie was good. Maybe it was even very good, but you thought it was going to be amazing because that's the hype. The hype. You can use this with a new restaurant in town. You can use this with a new amusement park or a new something for entertainment as well. And you have very high expectations, but then the reality, it didn't live up to the hype. Now, the opposite, you could say, honestly, it lived up to the hype. So your expectations were very high and the reality was also very high. So you would just use the verb live and put that in the past simple. Honestly, it lived up to the hype. It lived up to the hype. It met your expectations. This is a great one, Alexander. If it didn't live up to the hype, it means it's overrated. They rated it too highly. They rated it as amazing and it was only good. So they rated it too high. Very nicely done, Alexander. Awesome. Great job, everyone. Let's keep going. How about this one? Well, this I already explained one way of saying it. Honestly, it lived up to the hype. Or you can say, honestly, it was better than I expected. It was better than I expected. But here's the thing with this example, you could have expected it to just be okay. For example, I don't have high expectations for the movie The Lion King. My expectation is that it will be a good movie, not an amazing movie, not a terrible movie, a good movie. But let's say I watched the movie and I loved it. It was great. Well, my expectation was good. So, very good or great is better than I expected. So it doesn't mean it was a great movie. It just means that it was better than you personally expected, but you could have expected it to be a bad movie. So keep that in mind. Okay. Awesome job, everyone. How about, well, I'm going to say we don't have time for another category, so we'll just leave it at that. But we do have a few minutes left. So if you have any questions about what I explained today, about what something means, or you want to practice and I can give you feedback, or you can ask me a completely random question not related to what we learned today, and I'm happy to answer your question if I can. Awesome. Yes, it exceeded. Notice that pronunciation exceeded, did. So you need that long E, but then you also need did. You need a soft D at the end. Exceeded. It exceeded my expectations. But remember, maybe your expectation was that it was going to be just an okay movie, not really that good. This is a good one. Underrated. If a movie is underrated, it was underrated, great job. That means that Everyone thought the movie was just going to be average. Maybe the movie had a small budget. There were unknown actors. It wasn't a Hollywood production, it was an independent production. So people thought it was just going to be okay, average, but it was awesome. Even it was very good. The movie was underrated because it was better than expected. So that's a great one. We have overrated, underrated. Awesome job, everyone. You wouldn't say bad rated. You could say it was rated poorly. It was, or just simply, it was underrated. It was underrated. Oh, right. Thank you so much, Stella. I appreciate that. Awesome. Everyone seems to enjoy the lesson. I'm just going through the comments here. So the difference between wipe off and wipe up. Well, if you wipe up, you generally wipe something specific. So if I have my counter and there's a little bit of sauce right here, I would wipe it up. I would wipe it up. So I would remove that specific area. If I wipe off, I don't know if I would really wipe off. I guess I would wipe off just more the whole surface. So that's what I would say would be the difference there. You wouldn't say underestimated. We generally use the verb estimate in more of a mathematical perspective. You might estimate how long. Okay, so you estimate how long it will take you to learn how to use the present perfect. Now, you can underestimate, which means you thought it would take 1 hour, but it actually took you 5 hours. Or you could overestimate. You thought it would take you 5 hours and it only took you 1 hour. So, yes, you can use under overestimate, but not in the context of the movies that I shared. It would be in the context of more of a calculation, the amount of time, the amount of effort, the amount of rain expected. So, the amount of something. All right, everyone. Awesome job. I'm so glad you came today, learned some expressions. And Gong Cheng says, it lives up to my hype. Awesome. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you to say. All right, everyone, have an amazing rest of the day and week. And I will see all of you in my next lesson. Bye, everyone.